Hi friends, in this video we will see how to make this bee. So these are the materials needed. Now let's start. We are starting with the yellow yarn. Do a slip knot and then chain 2 and 6 single crochet in the first chain. After 6 single crochets, tighten the yarn to close any gap. Now round 2, we are going to increase in each stitch. So at the end, we will be having 12 single crochets. This is the end of round 2. Now round 3 is 1 single crochet and increase in the next stitch. We have to do that 6 times, so at the end we will be having 18 single crochets. This is the end of round 3. Now round 4 is 2 single crochets and increase in the next stitch. We are going to do that 6 times, so we will be having 24 single crochets at the end of this round. This is the end of round 4. Round 5 is 5 single crochets and then increase. We are going to do that 4 times. So at the end of this round, we will be having 28 single crochets. So this is how it looks at the end of round 5. Now the next 3 rows, round 6, 7 and 8 are just 1 single crochet in each stitch. We continue having 28 single crochets for the next 3 rounds. This is how it looks at the end of round 6. Now do 2 more rows with 28 single crochets each. After that, we'll be attaching the black yarn. After attaching the black yarn, we are gonna do round 9, that is 28 single crochets, and I usually start with a slip stitch instead of single crochet so that the color change will be less visible. That's my preference, but you can do whichever way you like. We have come to the end of round 9. The next round is again 28 single crochets in black yarn. So this round I begin with a single crochet and do 1 single crochet in each stitch. After round 10, change back to yellow yarn and do 2 more rows of 28 single crochets. I'll meet you at the end of round 12. After round 12, it's time to attach the eyes. I used 12 eyes and I'm gonna attach between rows 3 and 4. You can place it according to your liking, and I'm gonna do where the color change is gonna come on top of the bee. And next we are gonna change back to black yarn and do rows 13 and 14. See you back at the end of row 14. So now we are gonna change back to yellow yarn and do 2 more rows. So we can cut the black yarn now, as we are not going to use it again. We have completed row 16. Now row 17 is 5 single crochets and decrease in the next 2 stitches. I'm gonna do that 4 times, and by the end of this row we'll be having 24 single crochets. After 17th round, we are gonna stuff the plushie. So this is how I usually stuff the plushies. I would like to make a hole in the center by pushing the polyfill around the body, and then I try to fill in the center to close the hole which I have created. Need to fluff the polyfill so that it doesn't look like a hard ball inside the plushie. So we're gonna move on to round 18. Round 18 is 2 single crochet and then decrease in the next 2 stitches. We're gonna do that 6 times and 18 single crochets at the end. Round 19 is 1 single crochet and then decrease in the next 2 stitches. I'm using the front loops for the decrease. It's called the invisible decrease, and you'll be having 12 single crochets at the end of this round. After round 19, we're going to continue to stuff the plushie, and then round 20 is decrease around 6 times 6 single crochets at the end. We are going to fasten off the yarn at the end of this round, finish stuffing our plushie, and then sew closed. We are going to use the front loops of the last 6 single crochets and sew it closed, and then bead ends. This is how the bee looks. And now we are going to make wings for our bee using white yarn. Do a slip knot, chain 2 and 6 single crochet in the first chain. Pull the yarn to close any opening, and round 2 is increase in each stitch, so 12 single crochets at the end of round 2. Round 3 is 1 single crochet and increase in the next stitch. Do that 6 times and 18 single crochets at the end of this round. Once you finish round 3, then we are gonna fasten off and leave a long tail for sewing it to the body. We need to make one more wing, so we have 2 wings. I'm just gonna hide the starting yarn. Using tapestry needle, I'm gonna sew the wings. Use the eye as your guide, and starting from row 9, I'm gonna sew the wing. I do it around 3 to 4 rows. And then I also continue to sew on the back side so that the wings are sturdy this way. We are gonna sew the next wing the same way, using the eye as our guide. And then now I'm gonna sew a smile around round 2 for 2 to 3 stitches. This smile and the face embroidery, you can do however you like. It's your wish. You can have a smile, a big smile, a small one. You can add the lashes and eyebrows, a blush, anything you like. This is your bee, so you're gonna make it however the way you like it. So here I have added a smile as you can see. Here I have added some lashes and a pink blush. Hope you are able to make your own bee. Thank you for watching. Bye.